This is a kangaroo.
A kangaroo?
Kangaroo is the best to keep it when it's a hide.
So kangaroo hair sticks longer?
Yeah. You see, that's not for stage, that's for the red carpet.
This is for the red carpet. All right, guys. So I'm being hugged by a kangaroo right now.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? Today we made it out to a luxury brand located here in Las Vegas, and we're gonna be diving into the details of what it takes to create premium products. Whether you're into designing or just looking to invest into high quality leather goods, we'll be breaking down the key elements that you need to consider. From material sourcing to craftsmanship, the devil's in the details when it comes to luxury. So if you're thinking about designing your own brand or just want to know what separates the good from the great, stick around and let's dive in.
I am Ken.
And I am Tanya. And this is our life and everyday struggle in Las Vegas.
One of Las Vegas' biggest influencers, and he wanted to come over and do an interview. He does do a lot of videos and interviews with people who are in the business, fashion, and how you start and run your business.
He's a great entrepreneur, as most of our friends are. I mean, all of our friends are great entrepreneurs. And he's addicted to his work. And of course, that will turn out as great videos, informative, great videos.
This influencer is John Santos, and he got about 500,000 followers on his YouTube channel. We will leave a link in the description so you can check him out.
John and his crew came to our showroom and they set up their equipment, and they really made it feel like, you know, this is an ordinary day for us. We don't have to be nervous.
It was a great day. The time flew. So we just talked about the leather design we do. Hopefully we will come back later and have an interview with jewelry designs that we do. Pour yourself a beer,
Get the snacks.
and enjoy the interview by John Santos.
Ken, what's going on, man?
How are you doing? Good to see you, John.
Thanks for having us out here, man.
It's always a pleasure to have you.
You have an incredible store.
Thank you very much. We've been working hard on it.
Ken Svanlund is a Swedish-born designer living in the US who launched his business in 2004. His brand name, Svanlund, is inspired by a literal swan and a small coastal town in Sweden. Go us around a little bit. I want to see the different product lines you got. I see a lot of different leathers.
I have got some male selection. This is some of the collections we have already made, and we do have some custom made as well. Custom made is normally ordered, so they go out immediately. So when I have time over, I make a new piece from my head.
Bunch of different leathers that we're going to be diving into in this video.
Yeah, this is the python leather.
Okay.
Suit.
Real python. That's
Yeah.
like a real snake right there.
Custom made for a photo shoot for a magazine.
You did all this work?
Yeah.
You designed every piece in here.
Yeah.
And I see some products from Kiss.
Oh yeah, I can show you this
Yeah.
one first. This is a jacket I come up together with David Coverdale for Whitesnake. He wanted a tour jacket. It started as a tour jacket, and we designed it together, him and I.
And as you guys can see, there's all kinds of different leather applications, from suede to regular leather, snake skin, lamb skin. There's all kinds of skins up in this game. So I want to go ahead and learn more about this, and what are people really paying for when they're buying luxury goods and when they're buying a premium product? And I think you're the man to answer that. So would you mind sharing some gems back behind the scenes?
Absolutely. Follow me, John.
Let's do it. Being both a designer and a craftsman, Ken is the perfect person to interview to understand the gap between real quality and pure marketing. All right, so right here, you just sketched out a design. Tell me a little bit about what inspired it and what the product ended up looking like.
A couple of months ago, I got an email from Joel Rockstyle. He said he got a cool gig. He's going to do Dancing with the Stars, the hair metal edition.
So when you were designing it, did you have the materials in mind?
I know that he needed something black, and I know it's going to be on TV, so you have something to happen to pop. So I've come up with this material for him, that really black crystal coming on, and he loved the idea. So I started to work on that, and I showed him the sketch, and he liked it. Let's go with that, he said.
Ken works with band members from legendary bands such as Europe, Kiss, and Scorpions.
Normally, 99% they have their own idea what they want, and that's okay. So I started to do a sketch. I said, give me a week. I put on some music, their music, so I have it in the background all the time. And I go to internet and watch all the old pictures, so I get an idea of what they like and what they look good in, and I make a sketch of what they wanted. And then I take the liberty to make a sketch of what I can make for them. And so when they come back, I show them, this is what you wanted. Oh, and they like it, hopefully. And then I show them, I took the liberty and I made this sketch, how we see it. And they go crazy, and we have to make our own design for them. So they feel it's very special. It's for them. I took the time to do it and to understand them. It's very important so they can come back more and more.
When do you tell yourself, okay, this is good enough to do?
In design school, we learn how to make very beautiful drawings and stuff, but it takes like 12 hours to make a good drawing. You don't have time to that. If you make millions on every piece, but you don't. So I learned just to sketch them, and then I didn't have time to sketch, and I said, I got this question, how do you remember the sketch? How do you remember the designs? I said, they're in my head. But you forget them. Yeah, but if I forget them, they were not good enough. So the good one stays in my head.
After having a glimpse into his designing process, I wanted to know how he worked his ideas into leather pieces. How is it that you start to construct it after the sketch?
Well, I do the sketch, and then I start to figure out the materials. I put them on this table, and normally, before I go home, I try to lay it out. And so when I come back in the morning, fresh and coffee and everything, and I go like, yeah, I like that, or I see, no, that's too much. Change that piece, try a new one. So this is the same jacket, but this one is with a raw edge.
Can I put this on?
Absolutely.
Check me out. About to be dancing with the stars here soon. It feels like it's part of your body.
And this one is a little bit heavier than a normal for the stage, because this is not supposed to be on stage. So.
What is the process that you usually take to bring something into production?
I send the design to the manufacturer we have in Europe. So for me, I just email them the pictures, and they do a prototype, and they show it on video, and I say, okay, go, let's correct or change that or anything.
Like, what are the elements that classify something being a luxury product?
The fit, of course, the pattern again, and also the quality of the material. We work a lot of lamb leather, and we always order it directly from the factory in Italy. So it takes about 3 or 4 days so we get here, so we got a fast line.
What are some of the early challenges you had in working with the right suppliers, finding the right leathers, finding the right trims, things that you needed?
Yeah, time and money. I figure if I want to start a brand that I can proceed and make my way in a lot of the big brands who get so much money. So I think I had to go with quality and the best quality I could get. So that's how I started, and then I had started to find where, you have to travel to the factories. I went to Italy. I've been to manufacturers in Istanbul, they are great in making manufacturing leather clothes. And you just have to find somebody who understands what you want. That makes it so much easier to work together. So this is when I came up with.
You came up with that one.
They shave. They shave the hair on the fur on the animal, and they shave it by computer. This is a kangaroo.
A kangaroo.
Because the other one they share the fur. Kangaroo is the best to keep it when it's a hide.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so kangaroo hair sticks longer.
Yeah.
I never would have thought how I mean, you always look at leather products and you just normally see a typical leather jacket, but when you start getting into this type of stuff, it's a night and day. This is like really cool for design. And this is the jacket you made with it. Wow, check it out.
There's one jacket we made of it.
Wow, this looks elegant. Feels
Yeah,
like you're petting an animal.
And you are basically.
This is so cool. And then, so this is something that you sampled, or you guys mass produced?
This is for a collection for wholesale.
Wow, this is so cool. So this is like when you say if you work with the right factory, it makes your job easier.
It is, and they like working with me because I give them new ideas as well.
You said, can you guys make me a kangaroo? I want the fur on it, but I also want the leather.
This is an Ottoman design from Turkey, so that's why I got the design. This is retailing for, I think, $1,500. Yeah, and that's very cheap for this kind of jacket, with all the work that goes in and all the tryouts before you get the final.
No, this is something that would sell for 10,000, maybe 15,000 if it was.
Yeah, if there was a Dior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see, that's not for stage. That's for the red carpet.
This is for the red carpet. All right, guys. I'd feel like I had to really protect this jacket. Like, I'm being hugged by a kangaroo right now.
Yeah.
Amazing work. That's so cool.
This is genuine python.
A real python was.
Yeah. And you feel
it.
It's
I
soft.
think I've only ever felt the like in bags or in like some leathers that you can source from LA. It's usually the fake python.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like this.
You can have them in any colors. This is also a wholesale product.
Wow.
It retails for about 4.5.
4,500?
Yeah.
Nice.
And we don't want to sell them too cheap because we feel for the animals giving the. So it's a pretty good snakes. There are farms that makes this, but the secret is to get this quality.
Yeah.
And also now it's called the dragon skin. It's pythons that have grown like twice the size, and the flakes are twice the size, so it's like they call it dragon snake. I have a friend who has a crocodile farm in South Africa, and he used to send me the back of the alligator. Can you make a guitar strap out of this? But he hadn't manufactured the product properly, so it was stiff, so you could nearly bend it.
So that's why like the facilities that actually treat the leathers and process the leathers are like making it where it's usable. That's why you need to find a company who can do that process, or you need a manufacturer who knows a company, or you have a manufacturer who has the process as well, who has everything in-house. It makes the lower cost, and you get the same every time. When you do a batch, you do about 12 hides or 24 hides, always in dozens, and you can get the same color. Next time you want the same color, it can just a little bit, so you have to use the same batch for a jacket. Otherwise, just a little bit off, and you see it immediately when the lights come on. So you can't cut corners there. So. Makes a lot of sense. Incredible. Never thought about that in the leather side. This is so cool, man. Were you thinking about the way how everything was gonna lay? Like, I want this snake, back of the snake or bottom of the snake on the sleeve.
That's how you place the pattern of fabrics or hides. So I want the belly of the snake.
Because it seems like it's seamless. Like even that, it all blends in.
Yeah, and that's, so you make a sketch and so show them how you want. I want the belly very precisely when you send them a sketch.
Wow. This is amazing, man. This is amazing. The approach Ken had to designing struck me, but I wanted to know what his input on the current context of luxury pricing was. Dior, recently in the news, it had that Dior makes a bag for $60 that retails for $2,500. So at what point, in your opinion, does luxury shift from being about quality to being a status symbol?
It's same as cars. You have different prices of cars, and most people want to buy the most expensive one. And some people are satisfied with the middle or whatever. For me, our brand is to make the customer feel great for an affordable price. Of course, we have to make money. We're in a business. So, but like you said, $60 for a Dior bag and selling it for $250K or whatever, it's good for them.
What are the things that you look at to see, hey, this is actually worth that premium price tag?
Yeah. Most of all, it's the seam for the shoulders, always. Look at that and compare it with the other side, and there we see if it's a good tailor or not. And also the pattern, if it's placed correct, if it's offline, or if you don't want it offline, I mean. And also, when you have some cuttings here, and you have a zipper, it should be exactly the same level. If you have just one little bit, it ruins everything. So you have to be very, very, and that's the enjoyable about it, to be very precise.
Interesting. So a luxury brand has to be precise.
Yeah, I mean, and it should fit precise, and it should feel like you basically wear nothing.
And like, I was wondering if there's a certain price point when it comes to making a leather good or a luxury product that you can't make it exponentially better.
Yeah, no, what it's all about the design, the pattern making, and the materials. If you get the best of that, you can always get better at making patterns and making designs. But the material is as good as it gets today. You can't really. For a couple of years, we started to make the leather hides, and you put some fabric, stretch fabric on them, on the back side of the hide when you do them, so you can have a little bit of stretch. That's the latest developments in the leather, but that's like 8-10 years ago now, so you can't do any better than that it is.
Ken, Annette, I had an incredible time here.
Great to see you.
Thank you guys for opening up your doors, showing a little bit of behind the scenes of what it takes to build this type of brand. You guys are doing an amazing job, so.
Thank you for that.
Appreciate you guys. And if you guys found any value from this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And we also link Svanlund's links in the description down below. Check out their offering. And if you're in Vegas, stop by their showroom. And I'll see you guys in that one.
Thank you all for watching.
Have a great weekend. Remember, clothing isn't everything.
But without it, we'll all be naked.